Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory unto the true and living power, which is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Mecha, Kadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son, and there's no God beside Him. And I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who have taught us His truth through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai. And honors and citations to the elect Akim through these words of sincerity and truth. Excuse me. So, pretty much what I'm going to get into in this lesson is drinking from the fountain of wisdom. Okay? Because that's exactly what we have to do, being in this truth. And really, that's the only way to survive. Alright? And first off, getting into the fountain of wisdom, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 1, verse 5, which says, "The word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments." Okay? So, the word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom. Alright? And I was looking up, pretty much fountains. And it says a fountain. And I believe that's what they even call it in school. In high school, man. You get a drink from the water fountain. Alright? So, it says a fountain, from Latin fons, genitive fontis, a source or spring. Right. And we know that a source or a spring is exactly where you get your water from. Esau literally goes there with freaking estrogen plastic bottles, and he literally pours it right from the source or the spring into a bottle and sells it to you. Alright? All profit. Because he's a greedy devil like that. Alright? That's why you can get a huge ass gallon of Nirvana or was it Crystal Geyser for just $1. Because when you ain't paying nothing for it and you make $1, you still make a killing. But that goes into the curses and stuff like that anyway. On how water will be sold to us. So it says, again, a fountain, a source or spring, is a piece of architect which pours water into a basin or jets it into the air to supply drinking water and or for decorative or dramatic effect. See that? So there it is, man. A fountain. Salaki. A fountain pretty much supplies drinking water. Right? So that's why when it says here, again, in Sirach chapter 1, verse 5, the word of the Most High is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. That's why we need to be in this word every single day, man. Alright? Because it's comparable to getting water. Now, you can only go so long without water, man. Alright? You can go so long without food for a nice little while. But when it comes to water, I think it's like you got like 3 days max. Okay? So that's how we got to look at getting in these scriptures, because this is on Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. It says, "Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled." See that? So, we have to thirst after this word. Okay? And then what? We will be filled. Because once you stop praying, stop getting in this word, spiritually you fall out, man. And then that's it for you, man. It's like you're dead. It's like you're back with the dead. Or actually that's let me just get it right here. Actually, that's Proverbs. That's why it's very important to stay in this word. That's why Proverbs 21:16 says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." It's lucky, man. Yeah, man, I was on a presentation, working fucking crazy, man. But Anyway, yeah, man. So when you're not in His Word, you eventually die off. That's why you gotta stay within His Word. That's why that's why it's double honors to the Apostle Elder's Great Millstone. Who really does look after our souls. An Apostle through the Spirit and power Yahweh Shemashai. An Apostle Tahar making the order way back when, a couple years ago now, to do 3 shows a week. So this way you continually drinking from that fountain of wisdom, man. Not going thirsty. Not dying of thirst, so to speak. And that's why scriptures also say, blessed is he that readeth. Right? So if you don't read, what's the opposite of that? Cursed. Having a curse, man. Alright? That's the opposite of that. That's why it's very important, man, to just read, man. Get in His Word, man. Alright? Because it's equivalent to drinking water. Right? Just keep it going, man. John 6:27 says, labor not for the meat which perisheth. Yeah, because that goes back to the curse. All the way back to Adam. It said, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat thy bread. Meaning what? Now you have to work to eat. Alright? I believe Jake say P. Diddy. P. Diddy says something like that, man. He did an intro to one of Jadakiss songs. And he said, nigga, you don't hustle, you don't eat. Alright? You don't hustle, you don't eat. Hustle, work is the same thing. Right? So that's how you know, once again, that this book is ours, man. They even spoke in a certain type of slang all the way back then. It goes to show you that we those same spirits. Right? So Yahweh Shai said it once again, labor not for the meat which perisheth. Right? But again, going back to the curses, right? Because the curse said, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat thy bread. Meaning what? Now you have to work to eat. You have to work to get money. Right? You're gonna have to now in this slavery, you're gonna have to work to get money, and with that money is how you pay for your food. Alright? Now the scriptures also say, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. Esau got his different food stamps, and things like that. And while the scriptures also do say, don't use the world, don't abuse the world, don't get dependent upon Esau, man. Make sure you get a job and things like that. Right? So you have to work to eat. But as Yahweh Shai said, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life. See? So the same way we have to work to eat is the same way, we should feel about doing the works of the Lord, the true works, the works that truly matters, man. The works where you can't go wrong, man. Right? We have to feel the same way. Because what happens if you don't eat? What happens if you go without eating, man? You die of a grievous death. Right? So what happens if you go without eating from His Word? It's still going to be the same thing, man. You're going to die of a grievous death. It says, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath the Most High, the Father, sealed. Okay? So, jump down to verse 32, man. Right? It says, Then Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. Right, man? because essentially food is life. You know, when you go on a fast, say you fast 3 days, you feel drained, you feel just out of it. It's like, yo, it's like you feel in a trance. Then when you finally get food, it's like your life restores unto you. Oh, I believe scripture that goes into that. You know, in one of the stories. I gotta read John memory. I forgot, but yeah, scripture say he gave him bread to restore his life, man. All right. Oh yeah, I believe what was it, the young lad who came across King David when Amalek, okay, took all the women and children in the city, and he ran over to him to tell him what had happened, and King David gave him bread and water to restore life unto him. All right, but now the true bread, as the scriptures say, as Yahweh Shai said, is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, through his words, you know, that he left behind in this time being. Okay, that's the true bread, man. Because verse 33 says, "For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world." Right? So you got to eat from that bread, which is now this word. Right? The words that Yahweh Shai left behind. Okay? Also through what? Praying. And so forth, man. It says, "Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst." Okay? So that's right, man. You know? And, hey, man, that's spiritual, but it's a physical as well, man. You know? That's going to turn over into physical as well. Because scripture say, when were the righteous ever poor and begging bread? Alright? So, yeah, that's it, man. Quick lesson to continue to stay in this word, man. You know? You got reading stories. Hey, reading the scriptures, studying different topics. You know, watching lessons, man. That's how you continue to drink from the fountain of wisdom, man. Alright? And that's how you stay strong. Alright? In this truth and when Jacob's trouble comes, man. Alright? So with that, Lord willing, is edifying. Shalom.